Over 140 years ago, a Cornish writer wrote eloquently about caverns at Porth. This was long before Porth was engulfed by Newquay, and a trip there was considered a day out from Newquay, then just a fledgling holiday resort. One cavern in particular would gain fame and be long remembered with great affection by Newquay families. Gone now for a generation, likely the decision of politicians at Restormel Borough Council, this is the story of the Banqueting Hall.
Well, of course, there was the great concert always, and that used to be a tremendous feature.
Did you ever go?
Oh, many times. It was a lovely thing. It used to be always, of course, a low spring tide, and the local men were asked to be in charge, and we'd all trail across, taking our candles with us and perhaps a camp stool, and we'd get into the big cathedral cavern, which was beautiful for singing. It had the most wonderful acoustics. And there was a natural stage at the end, a bit of rock that stuck out, and hundreds of people went. You see them streaming across.
Yes, Father used to help to carry the piano out there. If you want anything in Newquay, ask Berthy. He would do anything.
You mean a piano was carried over the rocks and over the beach?
I don't know if he did it, I'm sure.
Into the caverns?
We never went in, yes.
And then you'd have a very good show indeed.
What sort of show?
Well, it was a variety show. There were always good singers who sang good music. And then there'd be little sketches and amusing scenes, and it lasted just about the hour. And the men were watching the tide, you see, outside. And then when it was over, we all had our candles, of course. It was quite dark, but it looked lovely with all these little sparks of light all around the place. And we all thoroughly used to enjoy that.
Striking northwards for about 2 miles, we came upon the western edge of the Watergate Bay, where we found a wonderful concentration of varied natural phenomena. First came the Banqueting Hall, a remarkable concavity in the solid cliffs, its stone-vaulted roof unsupported by a single pillar, and capacious enough for the festive gathering of a whole company of Nereid and Tritons, with King Neptune himself at their head. In order to avoid the deep pool, which forms a very effective bar to the stony portals of this wonderful apartment, we were obliged to crawl through a small artificial opening in the cliff. A mission thus ignominiously gained, our astonishment was well nigh unbounded at the capacity and symmetry of the place, its prolonged echo and the mysterious gloom with which it was deeply pervaded. What an appropriate chapter house to the equally wonderful cathedral cavern close by, with its grand scheme of choir, nave, and pillars, and even its pulpit, formed by nature's self out of the solid rock, as if in rude though majestic emulation of man's handiwork meet shrine for the wayward tourist to make a pilgrimage unto. Standing there in its stern massiveness, with its stately portals open wide to the wild waves of the western sea.